EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Emery. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down. Valentine. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Look at this Browns defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Here's 2nd and 8. Short throw caught by Pitts. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Emery. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. On first down, Valentine. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee he's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Emery. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Quick throw to Collins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Nico Collins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Check. Let's go now. Hey, man. Move it. Keep moving, boys. Move it. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this to about the 38. You can look at this Bronco defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here we go. Set. Hiking. 18. 19. Lions.
Off play action. Rees. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Browns are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Valentine. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 30. 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Barton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he'll take it into to the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Round 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Reeves throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fernandez. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On the ready. Here we go, here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Burrell. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. The Browns at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, start. 19.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Me.
Looking to throw. Reeves. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Rig alert.
On 1st down, Burrell. He's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right.
A great play there. His fourth rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent.
And he'll take it into the end zone for Browns touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have moved out in front. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
That's good.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On a slant, here's Collins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Operating from the gun, Emery. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Emery. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and run for it. And they're going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Catch the Eagle.
Looking to throw. Reese. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautiful. So now you get all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Ready up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burrell.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Burrell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
60 bikes there, 60 bikes.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Targets Parker, and he's got him on the crossing route. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. Burrell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This 2nd and 4.
Track, ready.
Off the play fake. Reese. And that's going to be caught for Browns. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Broncos 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Remember the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10.
Off play action. Emery. For the left side, it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. Oh, he's got a man open. It's caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A gain of 33 yards on the play.
16 now. They work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A final shot before break. Emery. That is caught inside the 5. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Let's go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
Off the play fake. Reeves. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
Third down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustment. This defense made it halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
It's second down.
Back to throw. Emery. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
From the gun on third down, Emery. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And he's going to be touchdown short of the first. And it's fourth down coming up.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down on what will be a big play there on fourth and long. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34.
21 yards. And the Broncos
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Up the middle they go. Valentine. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Broncos first down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on second and 10.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now a third and 6.
A gain of 5 brings up third and 6.
Looking to throw. Emery.
This one left side caught by Collins.
And this will not be enough. On third and 5, he only gets 3.
It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Emery. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up
Now an audible here into something else.
10-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Emery. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Kyle Pitts. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
28, Broncos 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Like 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Reeves. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
2. No, 18 card.
Now a handoff up the middle. Burrell. And he's going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This ain't what you want. Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
19 Lions. Now that. County Lions.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
7.
They'll try the left side. Burrell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
Bronco leading.
Off play action. Reeves. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Reeves. Over the middle, it's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been two scores. Throwing to start the drive. Emery. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's into space past the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big pickup of 38.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number. And he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
On first down, Valentine. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
A game or two brings up second and 8.
19 tight, 19 tight, go!
Back to throw. Emery. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Now he's into the clear again. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 138 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Ready? Cougar 19.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burrell. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Okay, break.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Set. 19 Tiger. Go.
Looking to throw. Reeves. Now they set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 8 yards out. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead.
35. Broncos 28.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Barton. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
on 3rd down. Barton. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Who wants him more? This is 4th and a yard.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Burrell. And it'll be brought down to about the 42. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Burrell. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 34. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Burrell trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On fourth down, they try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
He'll complete this one to Collins.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
At the 45-yard line.
He's back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On first down, Valentine.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes second down.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete.
Here's first and goal.
That's good for the Broncos. First down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
It's complete, and he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
This is first and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Second and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's what it's been like all game long. Everything just a fraction off. Remember, all they're doing here is looking to get into field goal range. But right now, that's a tall task with the way this defense is playing. And with time, a huge factor as well.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Operating from the gun, Rees. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striking down the 47-yard line.
Muscle up, we got the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux Mesa up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, people diabetic. They mouth been full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette, the LA yelling. Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Trap 60, trap 60. Come on, let's go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was a defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for Denver, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke all the knots. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the can and it's dry. Riding in special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and Birkin, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Bet while I'm gripping her side. Big and mad bet, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like Pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her disguise. Upgrade at my wrist, put baguettes in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her eyes. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the nuts. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it on Fox. We call them Chauncey cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Cash, money, cash, Anna, Brad, Brandon, I took the Billy cool back and I hopped in the car. I put the in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, sit there in the road, right, wow. I'm still double, ties, huh? I'm in the coupe by myself. I had to kick her though when I was 5. Keep the hood was on the shelf. In the 5. I'm sick and tired of me. Act like they find it, telling me lies. Acting like they the one created this and they get all this dribble my guys. Yeah, Cartier eyes, Cartier coat, Cartier as the watch. Cartier love, Cartier, Cartier spec buffalo on the side. Pussy cut diamonds, they Cartier, yeah. Cartier bad for the Cartier. Sky ring look cool with 200 a dash. Cartier jeans, ain't no way I can say. Ain't no way I'm ever gonna go out. Man, I can't go out, no way I'm gonna go out. I just grip on her and I show out. I sit like a champ and I wait on her whole lot. I just whip up a new Chanel paddock. I whip with the wrist and I don't break the door out. Turn the whole top floor to up. 100 racks and 1, 2 about to flood out.
I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out to Durban, Mava pudding with some prawns. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don, huh? I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup.
Actually, what's the difference, man?
Ibiza, Ibiza, you won't see me in neither. Invited to the function, I don't go, I got amnesia. I'd rather be in Vegas at the Caesars. My winter out in Josie, not in Bali, cause it's cheaper. Switch it up. From Africa, home of the diaspora. More than the trip around the globe, we just set the law. Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out to Baltimore, then landed in France. Play some shows out in Germany, then bought in Japan. See these raps take me everywhere, I go where I can. That's the multi-pass, homie, I ain't bumping that, Brody. In New York, posted up like some Timberlands, homie. So